Right. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm feeling good. Okay. Fine. In last class, we are trying to understand uh, what you call string class constructors. String class constructors. Now let's try to understand next methods. Yeah. So now we'll start understanding one method. So let me try to create one file here. Okay. String operations. Different operations we can perform on string. String s1 equal to, I'm reading some string from the keyboard. String s1 equal to scn dot next line. I'm reading some string from the keyboard. Then what are the different operations we can perform on the string after it is stored in s1? Yeah, there are several operations we can do. Now let's start. Are you able to see this content, whatever I'm typing? Then what is your problem? Adjust, and what I can adjust, Nana? If you're unable to see the screen, tell me, I'll do something. Right. String s1 equal new string, string s1 equal sen dot next line. Now Try to think and tell me. What are the operations you can do? First operation I can perform, finding string is empty or not. Okay. Now in the string object, is there any data there or not? We need to find out. Finding string is empty or not. That is the first one. Okay. Then next, finding if string contains some characters, finding string length. Length means what? Finding number of characters. Third, printing the string. Printing the string characters. Okay, printing the string characters. So now, fourth, after knowing all these three, then now fourth operation. Okay, if it is a empty, finding string, a space string or not. Okay, this is available from, I guess, 12 version. I didn't remember exactly version number. I'll let you know. 12 version, I guess. Okay, I will see that. Now, third, fourth. So these are the four operations. Finding string empty or not. Finding string is a space string or not. Finding string is space string or not. Okay, so finding string length, printing string characters. Okay, these are the four operations. Okay, so Namrata, there is no chance to set that screen. Okay, so now there is a problem in setups. Recently it is updated, system updated, and screen setups are changed. So now you try to zoom it and see. Nothing I can do from my side. Okay, right. Now, next, fifth operation is what? If a string is not empty, some characters are there. I want to compare those characters. I want to compare those characters are, you know, the expected characters are not. Next, compare characters lexicographically. Comparing characters lexicographically. Comparing characters for equality. Characters means, let me write, people may confuse. Comparing strings for equality. Comparing strings lexicographically. What the meaning of lexicographically? Equality means returns true or false. And here returns integer number. Okay, returns integer number. Clear? It return into number. Now, comparing strings for equality, comparing strings for lexicographical, or simply lexicographical. Okay. All you people are getting my voice? All you people are getting my voice? If you don't get voice, please rejoin. Okay. If not getting voice, please rejoin. Okay. Now, let me complete first these 6 operations. And next also, let me write the 7th operation, searching. Searching for a character or substring. Searching for a character or substring. Okay. So let me operations first, and then I will take you to the next operations. Okay, very simple. Let me save this file with the name string operations list. Look at their string s1 equal to double quotes. I'm not entering any value. Just it is a empty string, no characters. Then I'm calling s1 dot. There is a method called easy empty. What is the method name? Easy empty. This method is available from 1.6 version. What the purpose of this method? Read the documentation. Okay, read the documentation. It returns true if and only if length is 0. If and only if length is 0. If there is no characters in the string, it returns true. Returns true if length is 0, otherwise false. Available from 1.6 version. Okay, let us see now will get true or not. Obviously we'll get true. Okay, then next I'm trying to write one more statement. SOPLN S1 dot S2 dot is empty. Now I'm writing S2 and I'm writing some space. Right, it is not a empty string. We will get false. Okay, we'll get false. Okay, let me write a full prototype of this method. Public return type is what? Boolean. Method name is empty. Method name is empty. It is available from 1.6 version. And here answer is true and here answer is false. Okay, in what situation is empty method is useful? If you take a website, okay, in what case it is useful? If you take website, this website contains what? Login page with a username and password. Username and password and a sign in button. Sign in button is there. Then now the end user, without entering any value, directly click on sign in button. Then the program will come, the control will come to the background business logic application. In this program, now you must verify whether username and password entered or not. Okay, we will not get null, we will get a space. Whenever read data from the keyboard or from the text boxes, you never get null. You will get empty string, you will get. Here empty string we will get, and here also we will get empty string. Okay, null we will not get. Right, so empty string we will get. Then username is empty, password is empty. If both are empty or not, how can I verify? For verifying purpose, which method I must use? Is empty method I must use. Okay, is empty method you must use. Simple. So this is the application area where is empty method is useful. So in the login application, in the login form, okay, login form validation time, if you want to verify, is empty is used. But in Java we don't develop login form. We will develop login form only by using JavaScript and HTML CSS JavaScript. So in a JavaScript, in a string API, in a JavaScript, in string API, in the client side validation scripting, you are going to do all this work. Then when in Java we will do, in Java we are reading data from the database tables now. We are reading data from database tables. There is a chance some of the columns will have the data, empty data, nothing is there, empty columns will be there. Those empty columns, when I read, we are getting what? Empty data, empty string we will get. So no, to verify this column is empty or not, you can use isEmpty method. Okay, or if you are reading data from the keyboard by using scanner also, you can verify. It's fine. Then now the written test exam point of view, people may ask any of these three questions, right? New string or double quotes ABC, and then asking s3 equal to s3 dot is empty. So not true, now false if they ask, so we will get false. Next, now maybe interview ask the question string s4 equal to now new string of no characters are here, no characters, just empty constructor I have is to create object. They're now verifying s4 dot is empty method, and tell me is it true, now false, you will get it is empty string, so returns true. If you pass something like this, string s5 equal to now double quotes, still it is what? Empty string only. Then we will get what output here? S5 is empty. We will get a true. right? Maybe he will ask a question with some space. If space is there, then it is not a empty string. It is a space string. Okay, it is a space string. S6 dot is empty. It is a space string, right? False you will get. The next, now we are going to, I'm going to give one more string called string S7 equal to some character A, B, C, whatever I'm writing. Then now if you try to test it, then you will get again false. This is the story about isEmpty method. What the problem with isEmpty method? IsEmpty method cannot tell you that it is a space string. It will tell true only if it is a empty string. Only if it is empty string, it will tell. If it is a space string, it will not tell. For example, here, this is the space string and it is a space string. Then in case of S2 and S2 and S6, S2 and S6, you are getting what? False. Okay, because there's a space string. And telling that it is not empty, but really speaking, it is empty. For example, you take login form. In login form, I given just one space here and click on the enter, click on the button. Now what is coming into the program? Space string. A space can be a username, not right. Space is not a space is not a username. So now either empty or space, either empty or space, anything you pass, you consider it as a empty and throw error. In that situation, up to 1. Okay, up to 11 version, there is no option for us. Okay, you have to write the code by your own way. How to write the code by your own way? You have to write a statement something like this: s2 dot, first you have to call a method called trim. Okay, this method trim will remove the space, beginning and begin and end spaces will be removed. Trim dot, now you should call is empty. S2 dot trim dot is empty. The additional some more line you have to write. Then we will get output what? True, because only empty space it will be removed. Trim method used for removing spaces at beginning and by end. If a string contain only space, it is nothing but empty space string. That is a begin character is a space. So trim method will remove that space and then is empty method returns what? True. No, this is a lengthy process. It's a lengthy process. I wanted to solve this lengthy process. I want shortcut. Then s2 dot, there is a method called what? Is blank. It is available from which version? 11 version. Yeah, it's 11 version. Yeah, correct. So 11 version onwards, we have a new method called what? Is blank method. So up to Java 10 version, we have to use this. Okay, this is up to Java 10 version. Up to Java 10 version, you must follow it. From Java 11 version onwards, you need to use just simply is blank method. If you use is blank method, then what will happen? It will verify two conditions. Is string empty? It returns true. String contain only spaces, also it will return true. Either only space or what you call only space or empty, it returns true. Look at there. Now it's throwing error. Why? Where is error? Errors, why like very errors? Okay, now output you are getting what? True. This is not error. That is a space problem. Okay, that's a English word. Okay, and now here also we are getting true. Up to now, understand from which version onwards it is available? From Java 11 version onwards. Tell me, from Java 11 version onwards, if you want to verify either empty string or space string, you don't want just a space. I mean, you don't want just empty. You want space also consider. Yes, s1 dot, s1 dot is blank. S1 dot is blank. Last line also will get true. Where is error? ఈ problems nonsense. Okay, let us don't waste time. Continue. Okay, now come to the point. System.out.println and is blank. So from Java 11 onwards, it is recommended to use is blank in place of is empty. Okay, right. Then next, now come to the point now. So we completed Java 11 version method to find is empty, and second method is what? Public return type boolean. Method name is what? Is blank. Is blank. It is available from 11 version. It is meant for, it is work only empty. It work only for empty string, and it will work for either empty or space. Okay, either empty or space or spaces, whatever. Then now tell me, if I write a string s3, can you tell me? I'm writing one more string. Let me write here string s8 equal to new string of, or double quotes space a space. I taken string s8 equal to double quotes a space double quotes a space a. Then tell me, is empty method obviously return false? Obviously it return false. Then s1 dot is blank return true or false? Is blank method returns true or false? False. Why? Because it is not considering spaces. Yeah, space is not considered, but a is not a space now, a is a character, so it return false. If it is a problem of path, you will get a problem for every error, every line error, na baba. My question, understand? If it is a problem of build path, then you will have a problem for every class, right? Right? You're not getting problem of every class, only getting problem to here. Why? The type java.io.filter output stream cannot be resolved. It is indirectly reference from required.class files. So where is there? Filter output stream. Where I use filter output stream? Okay. So I'll see that later. And now I hope you got clarity on is blank and is empty method. Now let's move to the next one. Let us move to the next one. What is that? Finding string spaces, string or not. Okay. We already completed. That is what? This is for empty string. This is for space string. Find string length. How to find string length? Very simple. Now method is what? Public. Everyone should access so public. Finding the length, return type int. Method name is what? Also length. Now system dot out dot println s1 dot length. S1 is an empty string, so it returns what? 0. Right? S2 dot length. Its return type is 1 because one character space is there. S3 I am taking. S3 dot length. It returns what? 3. Okay. Then when this length method is useful, in what situation we need to find length of the string? For example, now I am taking again login form only. In login form, I am taking password column. Tell me, on password column there is a rule. Minimum 8 characters, maximum 16 characters only you are allowed to enter. If you try to enter less than 8 or greater than 16, now we want to throw error message saying that password length must be between 8 to 16. How can I find password length between 8 to 16? By using length method. And I'm asking you enter your mobile number. Mobile number must contain what? 10 digits. So how can I find the entered string or mobile number contain 10 digits or not? There also what I should use? Length method. Now the question, carefully answer, sir. In which version length method is available? It is available from beginning version 1.0 itself. Beginning version 1.0. In which version, is empty method is available? From 1.6. In which version is blank method is available? From 11 version. Then up to Java 1.5 version or Java 5 version, how do we find a string is empty or not? Okay. How can we find string is empty or not? For that purpose, you will use length method. Okay. System dot out dot println s1 dot length, s1 dot length equal to 0. Okay. We will use to write double equal to operator. If we write equal to 0, then what it return? Yeah, it is equal to 0. So we are getting what? True. Okay. Now, if you don't want to find not equal, we will use not equal to 0. Then we will get false. Okay. So now this is how you are going to work up to Java 5. From Java 6 version onwards, you no need to worry about, writing this complicated logic. Sir, just writing double equal to 0 is a complicated logic, sir. Yeah, obviously. Which one is easy to try to read? If condition I want, right? If s1 dot is empty, s1 dot is empty is easy to read. If s1 dot length equal to 0, it is easy to understand. So which condition, which one is easy to understand? Second one is tough. Okay. Just one additional character reading is also not good, na? Right? Is empty, s1 dot is empty is good to read. So Java 6 version onwards, we will follow this one. Okay. Then now is blank method is available. Which version? Available from 1. Available from 11 version, but up to 10 version, how to write? Like this lengthy code we used to write. Okay, let us try to check the logic of isEmpty method. What is their background? Whatever you have written, the same thing is there. Array dot length equal to 0. Return value is nothing but implicit array variable, na? Value, return value variable dot length is 0, return true, else return false. Okay, let me see what is the logic of is blank method. Is blank method writing index of non-white space equal to length. Okay, then return true, else return false. Index of non-white space. Okay, index of non-white space. Okay, to find index of non-white space, oh my god, they written a lot of nonsense code. Is Latin, is Latin, is Latin, compact string doll double colon and Latin. They're writing a lot of nonsense. Latin 1 0. They're going to write coder somewhere else will be there. You see, if there are variable names in blue color, the meaning of variables in the blue color is okay. Static variables, static. This is a static variable. Coding underscore string Latin. Look at there, they are in italic font. Blue color with italic font with all capital letters is nothing but final variables. Okay, final static variable. This is a coder is a static normal variable. Okay, there is a some complicated code is there. Take light. Okay, take light, that much a heavy code no need to understand. In your free time, you just go through once. Okay, finally, up to Java 8 version, if you wanted to find string is blank or not, we need to write the code like this. Up to Java 10 version, we used to write the code like this. s2.trim.is empty. From Java 11 onwards, understand all the points? Right. Now there is a concept called, right? Array is there. Array also has a length. Any of you remember? I'm creating string array, SA equal to floor bracket, now I'm writing double quotes A comma double quotes B comma double quotes C. Okay, I am written program like this. Then system dot out dot println SA dot, I want to find the length of this variable. So now what I should use? Length parenthesis without parenthesis. Length with parenthesis or without parenthesis? Without parenthesis I must use. If I use with parenthesis, compiler will throw error. Okay, compiler will throw error. So what to do? You comment it and check it out. You will get output 3, ABC3. Now I am taking one string here, string S9 equal to, just I have written double quotes A. Then if you want to find string length, what I should write? S9 dot length method I should write. Length method. Then output will be 1. Okay, if I use length variable to find the length of the string, compiler will throw error because length variable is not available in string class. Did you understand difference between length and length parenthesis? Length is a field in an array object. Every array object, either normal array or string array, every array. For every array, string is length is a property. It is used for finding length of the array object. Length parenthesis is a method. It is used for finding length of the string. If I use length parenthesis to the array, or if I use length variable to string, compiler software will throw error. Cannot find symbol error we will get. Carefully observe that. Okay, next. I'm giving one thing, string S1, okay, S10 equal to, double quotes, my name Hari I'm giving, not Haro Hari. Now system dot out dot println. I'm taking one more object, our own object. Example E1 equal to new example of 5. Okay. Now example class is not there. We need to create example. Create example. How can I create? Control 1, quick fix, control 1, create a class example, then press enter. Example class created. Inside I'm creating one private variable, private int x, then public constructor example of int x, logic what you write, this dot x equal to x. Now there is no error. Now I'm trying to display S10 and I'm trying to display E1. What will come? S1, S10 is also reference variable. What this error? Java.io.filter output stream cannot be resolved. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చేవి? Same problem. Problem not solved. Right. So come to the story. Now I'm going to write string s10 equal to Hari example e1 new example. String class object, my own class object created. I'm trying to print a string class object and then trying to print our own class object. Then output difference you observe. Okay, for string object I'm getting the data Hari, and for our own class we are getting data class name at the rate hash code of the object. Okay, it's all because of background toString method overriding. In a string class, toString method is overridden s10 dot toString. Okay, toString method is overridden in string class to display object content. To display object content. Okay, whereas now system dot out at println e1 dot toString method, it's not overridden executed from java dot lang dot object class. Okay, so java.lang.object class. Then now in java.lang.object class, they are getting class name at the rate hash code with a converting to hexa string format and returning to our program. Okay, fine. Then now if you want also get data of the object, what should I do? In example class, you must override toString method. Come on, tell me, all the people know how to override. You do inside this class, you have to take toString method, override toString method. Here you should write simply return x, but you cannot return x directly because it is a primitive data type, cannot go via string. You have to convert to string. There are several ways of converting to string. So double quotes plus x, okay, concatenation. So output will be coming 5, okay. Or another way is there, we have string class, or you can write directly what you write string dot there is a method called value of string dot value of. So string class value of method take any type of value as an argument, converting to string and return, so we'll get 5. Or or you can also use another approach. In integer class we have toString method. Integer class we have toString method. So now use integer dot toString method. Okay, now it is also converting into string. Okay, you can use any approach. Sir, which approach is best, sir? Which approach is best, sir? Which approach I must follow, sir? All approaches are same. Okay, integer dot toString method implicitly using string object only, or new string of buffer comma latin 1. Okay, else new string of buffer comma. Okay, it's implicitly using toString method of string class object only created. Okay, I am commenting this return string dot value of method implicitly uses integer dot toString method, integer dot toString of I. So almost all are same logic, no difference. Okay, whichever you feel comfortable that you use. 99% of the people are comfortable with the plus operator. Okay, 99% of the people will use plus operator and very few people will use this too. So if you are comfortable with the plus operator, you can use plus operator. Okay, then now come to the point now. So now I have override and toString method executed from our class. So then we have completed 4 operations of string operation. All the people comfortable? Finding string empty or not, finding string is space string or not, finding string length, printing string characters. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, now tell me. I'm writing one statement here. String s11 semicolon, string s11 semicolon, system dot out at println. System dot out at println s11 dot is returns true or false. System dot out at println s11 dot is empty. Is it written true or false? Written true or false? You will get compile time error. S11 dot is empty, returns what a compile time error. Ray, this is empty variable ra bhai. On empty variable, how can I perform operation ra bujji? Is empty method is meant for finding string object is empty or not, not string variable is empty or not. You will get compile time error. Local variable S11 might not have been initialized. Tell me, if I call is blank, now tell me what the output will get. If we call is blank, what output will get? Same error you will get. S11 is not initialized. Okay, if I write S11 dot length 0, you will get, because there are no characters, na? You will get 0, right? Namrata, compile time error you will get, Namrata. Variable is not initialized. All these methods are meant for not to find. All these methods are not meant for finding what? Variable, empty or not, blank or not, length what? All these methods are meant for finding S11 variable pointing object, string object, empty or not, blank or not, or what the length, okay? So if you call on empty variable, compiler will throw error. Okay, fine. String S12 equal to, string S12 equal to, I'm writing null. Okay, I'm writing null. Then I am going to call all three methods on this S12 variable. Bolo. S12 dot is blank, S12 dot length. Will you get any compile time error? No. Now what will answer we get? False, false, false. Too much talented people here. Too much talented, brainless people you are. Always you will use your brain. Ram, keep on telling you, these methods are meant for finding string empty or not, not variable. S12 is, don't work on S12 variable. S12 variable pointing object. Is S12 variable pointing to any string object? No. Then what the answer? Number, null pointer exception only, na? S12 contains null, null dot any method you call, you will get null pointer exception. So all the three lines will get null pointer exception. Null pointer exception line number 67. Null pointer exception line number 68. Null pointer exception line number 69. Understand? Got clarity? You cannot call these methods on empty variable. Cannot call these same methods on null preferenced variable. If you call an empty variable, you'll get compile time error. If you call on empty reference, null reference variable, you get null pointer exception. Is it clear? This is a very tricky questions. Now, same program, copy paste S13. Right click, refactor, rename S13. I am placing null in double quotes. And tell me, is it a empty string variable, null referenced variable, or is it a string object variable? S13 pointing to double quotes. Double quotes means string with characters. NULL. You will get false, false, 4. False, false, 4 you will get. So all these points you need to practice very well. Okay. Then next I'm writing string S14 equal to SCN dot, next line. I'm reading one string from the keyboard. Then where is S13 already there and S14. SCN variable not available. Control 1. Create a local variable SCN. Of what type? Of scanner type. Scanner SCN equal to new scanner of system dot in. Okay. Then now control F11. Control F11. Now cursor is blinking there. I need to enter. I am not entering anything. Just I press enter key. I'm not entering any character. Just I am pressing enter key. Then what will come? I need to write S out. Same all three statements. And tell me what will you get from when you're reading data from keyboard by using any approach. Okay, and you just press enter key. What it returns, Nana? People know very well. Next line method returns what? Empty string. So is empty returns true. Is blank returns true. Length method returns 0. 0. Empty means 0. Abhijit. And empty means 0, na? 0 you will get. What happened? Yeah, I need to enter the data. Press enter to get the true, 0. Okay, for understanding, let us say S out. Double quotes. Enter some text. Control F11. Now I don't want to enter any text. Then true, 0. Okay. Then if I run by entering one space, I'm giving space. Space string. Is empty returns true, false. Is empty return false. Is blank return true. Length return 1. Are you understanding? అర్థమవుతుందా? Is it possible to pass a null? Is it possible to pass null? Is it possible to pass null from the keyboard? Not possible. So, but in advanced Java, I got null, sir. How is it possible? Are Baba, in advanced Java, you are reading string username equal to request.get parameter. Request.get parameter of, now double quotes parameter name USN you are passing. If the parameter name is not available, reading what do you call a properties object. If request object background is properties object, get method, hash table and properties, right? If the given key is not available, get method returns what? Null, na? In advanced Java, in servlets, you are getting null. It's not because you are not passing from the keyboard. If you don't pass anything value from the keyboard, there is no data in the hash table. With this key mapping, no data is there. So getter method returning what? Null. That's why you're getting null there. Are you catching my point? This you have a chance to get null via get request. Via get request, there is a chance you will get username null. But via post request, will you get null? Not possible. Via post request, you are using submit form, na? In submit form, text boxes, definitely background creates username with empty string. Did you know this point? Get request to post request, did you wait tested? If not tested, test no. Get request to post request. In a get request, you are sending the inputs via URL. Query string username password you are writing. In a post request, you will submit data via submit form. Okay, HTML form. In HTML form, you are not getting null. So this is the advanced Java. People who not tested, not learned. So please try to verify once. Very important for advanced Java. So I hope I completed all these points. All these 4 points completed. Clear? right? Now let us try to move to the next, comparing strings for equality, comparing strings lexicographically, and searching for character or substring. Okay, comparing strings equality for equality, there are two cases are there, with case, with case, without case, with case and without case. Okay, with case and without case. Okay, what the meaning of with case and without case? Now observe now. I'm taking one string 14, 14 completed 15 equal to double quote sorry. Now I wanted to compare this string Hari system dot out dot println s15 double equal to Hari. How many ways we can compare? Two ways. By using double equal to operator. Number two, by using equals method. Okay, equals method, by using equals method, double equal to operator and equals method. What is the difference between double equal to operator and equals method? What is the difference between double equal to operator and equals method? Double equal to operator compares by using reference. Equals method compare an object either with reference or with data, right? It is originally available in java.lang.object class, right? Equals method is lang.object class. Now this equals method you called by using which one? String object. Then first you must verify, is this equals method overridden in the string class or not? F3. Now look at the in string class, equals method is overridden. First comparing with reference. If reference is the same, directly return true. If reference is different, then comparing with the data. Nothing but characters. Each character it is comparing. Now let's see, now close this one, come back. Double equal to operator compare two objects by using reference. Tell me now, S15. Equals method receiving two string objects. Okay, both are same objects. S15 point to literal and it is also literal, both are pointing same, right? Then so finally try to answer important, we will get true true, both are we will get true true. Look at there, we will get true true. Everyone understand? Currently data compared or reference compared? What is compared? Data compared, reference compared. Reference compared, data not compared. Because their contents were same reference. Now, next point, try to answer. I am taking one more string here. 16 equal to new string of double quotes Hari. Double quotes Hari. Then I'm comparing S15 double equal to Hari. I can say S16, let me write. S16 double equal to Hari and S16 dot equals of Hari. Below, which one will get true and false? Now here we'll get false because S16 is pointing to new string and this is literal string. Both are different. Okay, now here equals method first comparing reference. S16 reference and Hari reference is different. Then they compare data. Data, how it is compared? S16 pointing string object contain data H true, A true, R true, I true. So finally what return? True. False true. Okay, now let me take one more test case. Let me take one more test case. String S18 equal to new string of what I'm writing? Capital Hari. Okay, capital Hari I have written. Then now S18, 18 or 17, 17 let me take. Okay, S17 dot double equal to Hari, S17 dot equals of Hari, and then now we have one more method called equals ignore case. Equals ignore case. Now tell me, here Hari is S17 pointing string object content is H, Hari capital letter. Then equals method compare strings by considering case. Okay, and equals ignore case method compare strings by without considering case. Only consider normal characters. You will get false, false, true. You get there false, false, true. So background equals ignore case method converts the argument string. Okay, this S17 and this string, both strings implicitly it will call this string and this string both are converted to lowercase and compare. Equals method directly will compare. Equals ignore case method first convert all characters to lowercase and then it will compare. Is it clear? Understand? Right, fine. Then now tell me string S18 equal to okay, before going to next point, please confirm what the difference between double equal to operator, equals method, equals ignore case method. All you understand? Double equal to operator always compare with reference. If the both arguments are literals with the same case, returns true, else returns false. Equals method compare two strings with content. If content is same with the case, returns true, else returns false. Now if you take equals ignore case Hari, then now content is same, but what do you call case is uppercase, lowercase, they don't consider, it will work. So this is the basic idea. Now I'm trying to write something like this. String S19 equal to, okay, string S19 equal to let me write a string S20 equal to, I'm writing double quotes A, system dot out dot println double quotes S19 equal to S20 plus S19 equal to S20. What the output you will get? True or false? You will get false. You will get false. Many of the people are telling true. Wrong calculation. Check once. Many people are telling true because you are seeing only S19 and S20. S19A, S20A, both literals are same, reference is same, so true you are telling. And what about this? This is before string, who will consider? So that's why I told you work like a Arjuna, don't work like a Bhima. Uh, Concentrate on the complete statement, Nana. Right. So what the point here? Concentrate on what? Question is what you need to concentrate. S19 double equal to S20 should not consider. Left, this is a completely one expression. Left to right, you have to bring your eyes. Now, how many operators I have used? One, plus, and double equal to. Then which operator first executed? Plus. So now this is text plus S19 first executed. S19 place what is substituted? Double quotes, A double quotes. Then it is a concatenated to it. For substituted, the next word concatenated to it. Then S20 double quotes से ना बोलो true ना false है. All you people realize that this is the one of the important tricky question. Compulsory asking written test question. Then as you expected true if you want, then what you need to write? Bracket. You must place them in bracket. Now we'll get output true. S19 double equal to S20 will get output true. Is it clear to all? Be careful, do calculations properly. Okay, now the question. Sir, in which situation I should use equals method? In which situation we must use equals ignore case method? Again, login form. Again, in the login form case only. In login form, I am using username and I'm reading password. Username and password I am reading. Then now, okay, you entered your username and password, click on login button. Then username password came to our Java program. In Java program, I must compare username and I should compare password. Now somebody click on raise hand button and tell me, for comparing username, which method I should use? Equals or equals ignore case? You must use equals ignore case because username you entered, you created with all capital letters. You can try with lower case, you can try with uppercase, you can try with mixed case, no problem. But password you must compare by using equals method only because password is not case sensitive. Password must be case sensitive. Okay, one uppercase character, one lowercase character, lot of stories are there, right? Understand the scenario? All these methods are related to login form only. Okay, if in government side username is also case sensitive, then use what equals method. 99% username is not case sensitive. 99% username is not case sensitive. If at all case sensitive, then use equals method only. Don't use double equal to operator. Double equal to operator, you must not use double equal to operator for comparing string data because double equal to compare with reference. Okay, you have to compare with data. Data means equals or equals ignore case method you must use. Are you able to hear me? String builder SB2 equal to new string builder of double quotes ABC. Okay. Now tell me. I wanted to compare system.out.println string with the content available in string buffer one. Will you get true now false or error? True false error. True or false or error. I'm comparing string object with a string builder object. Will you get true or false or error? There is no error. There is no error. Already we discussed. There is no error. We will get false, false. If you compare incompatible type objects, equals method returns false. Equals method meant for comparing two same type of objects. Okay, string object compared with the argument object. If both are same, then only we'll go for comparison. I told you type comparison will be there. Look at there, an object instance of string, then return false, else compare the string objects. Am I right? First reference comparison, second type comparison, third data comparison. If type is not same, returns false. Now, how can I compare now string with a string buffer? Okay, how can I compare string with string buffer? Comparing strings for equality without case. Next one is what? Comparing strings with string buffer or string builder for equality. Okay, with case. Now tell me, for this, we have a special method is there called content equals. What is the method name? Content equals S21 dot content equals of SB1 and SB2. You will get now true. So what the method you must use? Content equals. Yeah, content equals implicitly uses content equals method, implicitly uses equals method, nothing more. But from which version onwards this content equals method available? From 1.4. From 1.4. This method is available from 1.5. Okay, content equals of string buffer available from 1.4. Content equals of string builder is available from 1.5. Then how in 1.3 we can verify? In 1.3, you silently need to call .toString method by yourself. Hello, understand? You have to convert string buffer string builder to string and then you have to convert. But whereas content equals method, after content equals method came, you no need to do any of that additional work. But look at their background, it is only working. Background they only convert. Look at there, if character sequence instance of string call equals method instead of abstract string builder, then somewhere of comparison. There is a lot of logic they have written. Finally, the comparison logic is simply what? Character by character comparison. Okay. So I hope you understand content equals method. Content equals method is used for comparing string with a string buffer or string builder. Now the question, sir. Now content equals method is a overloaded method. In 1.4 version, its parameter is string buffer. In 1.4 version, its parameter is string buffer. In Java 5 version, we got another content equals method whose parameter is char sequence. Okay, whose parameter is char sequence. The parameter is not a string builder. Parameter is char sequence. Why? In future, now as an alternative to string builder, some other object came. Then one more content equals method, one more content equals method, adding is become very tough. That's why they written simply what? That's why they written a loose coupling concept. What is the loose coupling concept? Char sequence, super class. Okay, I'll write one statement. Is it allowed or not? Tell me. System.out.println SB1 dot equals of SB2. We'll get a true or false. SB1 dot equals of SB2. We'll get a true or false. I call equals method by passing string buffer object with string builder. We'll get a true or false. Arey yaar, come on. We'll get a true or false. False you will get. Why? String buffer, string builder is different objects, na? They are incompatible. Okay. Now I am creating one more string buffer object. New string buffer object with the same content, double quotes ABC. Now I am trying to call SB1 dot equals of SB3. And now tell me what answer you will get. Excellent, wonderful, marvelous. You will get false. You will get false. Why false? Why false? Arey yaar, in equals method is not overridden in string buffer class. Okay, equals method is not overridden, so you are getting false. Executed from object class. Reference comparison. Okay, can I call like this SB1 dot equals ignore case? Equals ignore case method is specific to string class. You cannot call on another objects. If you try to call, compiler will throw error. Equals method you can call because it's available in object class. Okay, can I call content equals? Can I call content equals? No, compiler will throw error. Content equals all method also belongs to only string class. Okay, then on string buffer object, on any type of object, what I can call? Only you can call two. Number one, equals method. Number two, double equal to operator. Because double equal to and equals method and double equal to operator available for every class, but you'll get false because they're different. False. Okay, everyone understand? Equals ignore case method, content equals methods are belongs to which class? String class. So you cannot call these two objects on string buffer class. If you try to call, you will get compile time error. Any doubts? Up to now, any doubts? Up to now, any doubts? Tell me what the methods you learn here. Public, boolean, is empty. Okay, next, public, boolean, is blank. Next, public int length. Next one, public string to string. Next, public boolean equals of object obj. Very important parameter. Public boolean equals ignore case of what the parameter string, because it is belongs to string class method. Parameter is string. The next, public boolean content equals of parameter is, we have two overloaded methods, string buffer SB and char sequence. Okay. Any doubts in these 7 methods, 7 operations? Any questions? Okay, today I'm stopping session here, and please try to look into material. If you have material, look into material. You will understand every point very clearly. Clear my point? And tomorrow we'll try to continue with the contains method, remaining methods. Okay, so up to here is sufficient for today. Line number 9. What is line number 9? Because what is your doubt? Line number 9. Because what is your doubt? Converting string buffer object to string. Deep to string is related to array. You want to display 2-dimensional array, then you should use a deep to string. 1-dimensional array to string, deep to string, multi-dimensional array. That is belongs to arrays class. Line number 114 not understand. What is your doubt? Equals method is not overridden string buffer class. So it compare two string buffer objects by using reference. Any more questions? All the people watched that Java Stream API and multi-threading executor framework by Venkatesh sir and Ramchandra sir. Did you all people watched? Yeah, try to complete, try to learn. Okay, they explain very well. Please try to watch and try to complete. Right. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, it takes more 2 days to complete string handling. Okay, and IO streams have you finished? I'll start directly from serialization, 22nd, 24th, 25th. These 3 days, serialization, deserialization, I'll explain. Okay, now? And 26th, Sunday, we will see that if anything is missing more. Okay, 26th. 26th Sunday, we will see what are the remaining missing topics, how to complete them. 26th will be the last class. AWT swing, they are outdated. Outdated content I don't cover. And I will share you some YouTube channels. Okay, I'll share some YouTube channels. You can follow them if you want AWT swings and other topics. Okay, so that's all for the day, and see you tomorrow. Thank you. Versions topic. What versions, Nana? Sivraj, what versions? What the meaning of versions? I didn't understand. Can you please elaborate your question? No, we will see them. We will see them as separate workshops, not as a regular batch. Features will be covered as a separate workshops. So I want officially announce. I want officially announce 26th is the last day class completed, and I will announce them each topic separately as a workshop, so that along with you other batch students also will come. Okay, and 4 p.m. batch students, we have collections pending, remember? 4 p.m. batch, we have collections pending for a map onwards, right? Yeah, so 26th, by 25th I'll try to complete IO streams, and 26th we will try to learn collections. If at all is anything is pending, we will continue the next week. Understand? 26th is the target of collections. Same link, Nana. Raju, same link. Okay. Yeah. After collections completed, if still anything is pending, then I will cover that. Okay. First, let us finish that collections for 4 o'clock. Yeah. Inner classes, wrapper classes will come. Don't worry. Devashish, I will cover. Is it clear to all? Bye. See you tomorrow, 2 o'clock sharp. Thank you. Practice all these methods and come. Okay. Thank you, Vikas.